Hi family, welcome back to the channel. Prophetess Nikki G here. I'm so glad that I get to come back and drop another bomb in your life, to drop another golden nugget so that I can help you towards your journey to greatness. I pray that God will always bless you and keep you and prosper you and everything that you do, everything that you touch. God is going to prosper that. Why is God going to do that? Because God is faithful. God never reneges on his promise. Whatever God told you he was going to do for you, God is going to do that, and God is going to do so much more. Thank all of you for what you do daily on our channel, for all of your support, all of your acts of kindness. We so greatly appreciate it. And thank you all for supporting that book, Becoming a Master of Divine Consciousness. I'm so grateful for all of your emails that you're sending for your praise reports, and thank God for all of your prayer requests and all of your testimonials that are coming in, just flooding our emails. We are thanking God for what he's done already, and we are expecting God to do so much more in your life. Listen, family, I want to drop this nugget on you tonight, family of God. You made the best decision that you could have made in your life. You did. Whenever you choose you make the greatest decision. You made a conscious decision. First of all, congratulations, family. Congratulations to all my family. Congratulations to my tribe. And congratulations to my community here on YouTube. Team Nikki G, congratulations, because you made a conscious decision to refuse to walk in another person's shadow. You refuse to do that. Whenever you allow someone to cause you to walk in their shadow, it's going to cause your creativity to die. This is why some of you could not be so creative how God wanted you to be. This is so much one of the greatest reasons why you could not excel in the things that you wanted to, because some of the people that you were connected to, family, they didn't want you to shine so bright. They wanted you to live under their shadow. Some people were secretly competing against you. Did you guys know that? You had people in your life who were secretly competing against you, and you never knew it until God woke you up. See, it's one thing when God puts you in isolation, when God hides you, but you were connected to some people who hid you, and they wanted you to walk right in their shadow. They wanted you to be their shadow. They never wanted you to outshine them. And you took all of that until God gave you that awakening that you're going through with right now. God gave you a spiritual awakening. And now you realize what this was called. Now that you're no longer in it, now you realize that some people wanted you to live under their shadow. They wanted to hide you because they didn't want you to outshine them. People know your greatness. People knew your potential, and they didn't want you to outdo them. You have to, family, stand on your own. You can't be afraid to put yourself out there, and you can't allow anybody to hide the light that you have. You can't allow anybody to shut down your potential, and you can't allow anybody to shut down your creativity. Your creativity is what God called you to do. The creativity that you have in your belly, these are the gifts that God gave you that is going to make you great, that's going to make you successful. Some of you trying to figure out where are the resources going to come from, where is that opportunity? It is within you. And some of the people you were connected to, and probably some of the people that you are affiliated with now, oh my goodness, family, they want you to be their shadow. They want you to walk in their shadow. And some people kept you as a secret. Yes, you. They kept you as a secret. They didn't want people to know who you really were. They didn't want people to know who you were to them, family of God. They wanted the limelight all to themselves. You cannot afford to be connected to people like this. You cannot afford to be connected to opportunists. You cannot afford to be connected to people who don't want you to shine bright. You cannot, another day in your life that God give you, settle for the people that you know are shutting up your gifts. Some of these people have your spirit so closed, you can't even grow. You can't even be productive. You can't even shine bright. God called you to shine bright. And some people that are in your life, they are dimming your light. You got to remove yourself from these people. They never wanted you to shine bright. They never, family of God, wanted you to birth your creativity. They wanted your creativity to stay hidden. because they wanted you to walk in their shadow. They didn't want you to walk ahead of them. No, they couldn't stand it that you could go ahead of them. No, they wanted you to stay behind them. They wanted you to stay hidden, family of God. They wanted to be the most important, and they wanted to make you less important. That's why some people hid you from people that they were connected to. This is why some people hid you from their own family members. They hid you from their friend circle because they wanted you to walk in their shadow. They wanted you to walk in their shadow. They did not want you to step in the forefront and be great. They never wanted you to step in the forefront, family, to be great so that you can shine your light. God didn't call any of his children to allow someone to dim our light. Don't let anybody dim your light. You shine bright. These people hid you, and they hid you because they didn't want anybody to know you. Because if people got to know who you were, then they would discover your gifts. Then they would discover your abilities. Isn't that sad? Because if people discovered you, they would discover what you held on the inside of you. Then they would discover your talent. And now, guess what, family? The opportunities these people were going to get, they're no longer going to get them. The eyes that were on these people, they're no longer going to be on the eyes of these people. Now all eyes are on you, and they knew it. All eyes are on you, family of God. You have people's spiritual antennas standing up because they see the great gift of who you are. You better get away from these people, family of God. You better run for your life. You better run for your heels. I know this is a little bit humorous and comical, what I'm saying to you all today, but it's the absolute truth. You got to run. You got to run for your life, and you got to never look back. Don't ever look back. Run for your life and never look back. Run for the hills and get away from these people. Get away from the person that wants you to walk in their shadow, who doesn't want people to discover your potential. They don't want people to discover who you are because you're special, and all the spotlight is going to be on you. I dropped by to let you know, family, all eyes are on you. All eyes are on you. They couldn't stop it. They tried to do it, but they can't stop it. All eyes are on you. You have people's ears at attention now that they are getting to know who you are. Now that people are getting to know the capability that you have. These people almost, family, they almost shut down your creativity. You think about the creativity that you have. You think about the goals that you have. You think about the dreams that you have. A lot of your dreams and a lot of your goals were stagnant and they couldn't grow. God wouldn't allow it to be birthed because you were walking in the shadow of somebody else. But what they did not know, whenever they were allowing you to walk in that shadow, whenever you made a decision, either willingly or unknowingly, and some of you did it by default, meaning you didn't even know what you were doing at that time, but it caused you to go within. It caused you to find out who you really were, family of God. And now you have awoken. Now you have awakened. And now you're going to see your creativity on a different level. Now you've removed the dust from your life. Now you've removed these low vibrational people from your life. Now that you've removed these envious people, now you've removed these jealous-hearted people that were secretly competing against you the whole time. You were in connections. You were in relationships with people who were secretly competing against you, but they never wanted people to know who you really were. They never wanted you to be in the forefront. They always wanted you to be behind them because they knew the greatness that you held. And they knew, family, whenever they allowed people to get to know you, they knew it was over. They knew you were going to gain the spotlight, but they couldn't stop it. Whenever that hand of God is on your life, nothing can stop the hand of God. Nothing can stop the favor of God upon your life. That wheel of favor that is turning in your life, they couldn't stop that wheel from turning in your life. They couldn't stop it. Don't you ever live in anybody else's shadow. Don't you ever allow somebody to put you in a corner. Don't you ever, family, allow somebody to put you in a box and seal you up and to hide your gifts and to hide your creativity and to hide every ability and gift and talent that God has given you. God said your gift is going to make room for you. He said your gift that I have given you is going to bring you before kings and queens. That means the gift that God gave you At some point in your journey, God is going to allow these gifts and talents and abilities to bring you before influential people. That means people of prominence, people who are important enough, people who are further along than you, that can help you to get to the place that God already said you were going to be. You couldn't prosper with some people. You couldn't. You couldn't give birth to certain things in your life. You could not, because God knew the heart of people. Thank God when he reveals the heart of people. Nobody knows the heart of people but God. And when God reveals to you the heart of the people, it doesn't matter how much you like that person. It doesn't matter what plans that you had for that person. It doesn't matter, family of God. You got to believe whatever they show you, because that's who they really are. Whoever people are showing you right now, whoever they are, whatever fruit they're showing you, that's who they are. You have to believe them. Don't get deceived. These people wanted you to build their dream. They wanted you to build their vision. And they wanted you to be hidden the whole time. They didn't want anybody to know who you were. They didn't want anybody to know who you were. They wanted you to stay a secret. They wanted you to stay hidden. They wanted to keep you ducked off in a corner somewhere, family of God, because they were secretly jealous of you and they were secretly competing against you. Whenever you can connect to people like this, it closes off your creativity. You can't grow. And all of that God put in you is going to be stagnant. It's going to be barren. You're not going to be fruitful. But thanks be to God, while you were hidden, these people didn't know that God was working on you. While you were hidden, while they thought you wasn't working, they thought you weren't doing anything. People thought you weren't working. When people didn't see you, when people didn't hear from you, family, they thought you weren't working. They thought you weren't doing anything. They thought you were sulking. They thought you were so depressed. They thought you were so oppressed. They thought you had gave up. Yeah, but the devil is a liar. God was rebuilding you back better than what you ever were before. God was birthing your creativity. This is what God is doing in your life. Now, don't go back. When God delivers you, don't you go back. Don't you let the devil fool you and get deceived, because he's roaming. He's looking. He's seeking who he can devour. I'm so proud of all of you, family of God. Congratulations to all of my family. Congratulations to each and every one of you here, because the creativity that God put on the inside of you, they could not stop it. They wanted you to stay hidden so you could never find out who you were. People wanted your creativity shut down, family of God, because they know the greatness that you hold. They didn't want to share the spotlight with you. And they didn't want you to be in the spotlight, period. This is why people don't introduce you to certain people. This is why people don't let people know who you are, because they want every opportunity for themselves. They never want you to get an opportunity. But you are walking with people like this. Can you imagine that you've been walking with people like this? You have been connected to people like this. You have befriended people who didn't want to share their space with you. They didn't want to share the spotlight with you. And they prayed. And they did their best so you would never be in the spotlight. They kept you hidden. Why do you think people kept you hidden? Why do you think these people didn't introduce you to certain people, family of God? Because they knew what you have on the inside. But whenever you are chosen, whenever you are the called, whenever you are the remnant of the Most High God, there's no devil in Hades that can stop your creativity from flowing. No, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. Your creativity, glory be to God, is going to soar. You've been elevated and you have had a spiritual awakening. Now your life is going to prosper. Now your life is going to go to new levels and new heights. But guess what? Whenever you go to new heights, whenever you go to new levels, I'm telling you, family of God, you're going to attract new devils. So keep your armor on. You stay strong. You stay sober-minded, and you always remain vigilant. Always remain vigilant. They did their best to stop your shine, didn't they? They did everything that they knew to do to try to stop your shine. But all they did is cause that light of God that's on the inside of your belly to illuminate your life that much better. And look where they are. They're still in darkness. They haven't made any progress, family of God. Every time they take one step, God's going to knock them 10 steps back from manipulating you, family of God, trying to keep you hidden. I'm telling you, family, you made a decision not to live in anybody's shadow. You belong in the front and not the back. You belong in the light because you are the light. And these people are darkness. This is why whatever they touch, they won't prosper. This is why it doesn't matter what it looks like to them. The enemy may make these people feel like that they're prospering. The devil is a liar. You're not going to prosper over a child of God. They wanted you to remain hidden. They wanted you ducked off in a corner. They never wanted to introduce you to these people that gave them opportunities, because they knew if they hear your voice, if they knew what you had on the inside of you, they knew they would lose your family. They knew you would just soar and leave their life. It's inevitable anyway. You were going to leave their life anyway. You were going to soar anyway. You were going to come busting out of that box. You were going to come from the back anyway, because God called you from the back to the front before the foundations of the world. Did you hear me, family? You couldn't stay back there. You couldn't. Keep going. Keep going. I'm so proud of you, family of God. They did their best, didn't they? But they failed. They failed. They failed miserably. Thank God that you walk in your own light. You walk in your own light so God can keep enhancing your creativity. When people are jealous of your family, when they're hidden, when they're envious of you, they'll hide you. They don't want people to know who you are. They didn't even want people to know your name. They didn't even want people to know the true relationship that they had with you. They kept you a secret. They kept you hidden because they knew your greatness. But you found out who you really were whenever you're hidden. It's good to be hidden. It's good to be hidden. While you were hidden, while these people treated you as mediocre, because this is how they treated you. They treated you like you were mediocre. They treated you as if you were less than. And you were never less than. You were never mediocre, family of God. God was working on you. God was working on the inside. See, they were so caught up in their own life. They were so caught up in their own dreams that they didn't realize, wow, they were not allowing themselves to give you that fair chance to be a part of their light. God was working on you on the inside. God was healing you on the inside. God was delivering you on the inside, family of God. Thank God that the devil didn't cause your creativity to get shut down, because whenever you walk in somebody's shadow, your creativity is closed off. But thank God, you're like a bird. You're free. You're like an eagle. You're soaring so high. Gotta go, family. We'll talk later. If it be the will of the Lord, thank you for what you do daily. I'm so excited for your future. You see the scammers, family, in the comment section. Delete their replies and their notifications. I'm not reaching out to anybody. No matter where you see my picture icon on social media, it's going to be a fake profile. Only follow Prophetess Nikki G right here on this YouTube platform. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. We're so glad that you're here. We're all about our faith, self-development, and love. We're all about the whole man being healed. The spirit, the soul, and the body. Don't forget to like the videos and keep sharing them, family. Keep sharing the videos, because we learn and we grow by hearing. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Thank God that you made a decision not to walk in anybody's shadow. You are light, and you don't belong in the dark. You don't belong in the back. Some people that you were hooked up with never wanted anybody to know who you were. And some people didn't even want people to know that they were connected to you, family of God, because they had bad plans for you. God knew this. God knew this. This is why God was healing you whenever these people put you on the backside of a desert somewhere and left you for dead and forgot you. But God didn't, because he was right there with you. He said he'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you, because he's on the inside of you. Love you. Talk later. Have a good day, family.